Okay, in case you needed the reminder today, give your liver some serious love. Like, I'm not even kidding. Your liver does so much for your body, like from the production and secretion of hormones to helping convert thyroid hormones to releasing cortisol to balancing out the different components in the blood, reducing toxins and pollutants, creating clotting factors for your blood. Like the list literally goes on and on. From taking the food that you're ingesting and saving up glucose stores for later so your body can resort to that for energy. Like the liver literally impacts every aspect of the body, every organ, every dynamic, all of these things at a foundational level. So give your liver some love. So 3 things here. I've got all this energy and passion right now because I just did a coffee enema this morning. So now I have all this like fresh, like new ideas in my brain and stuff. 3 things you can do to help support your liver today for optimal function. So first thing is, I like this concept. I first learned about it when I was listening to a homeopathic practitioner talk, and in homeopathy, the idea of using different homeopathic remedies to cure different things is that a similar compound can help cure a similar symptom. So one of the key phrases was like cures like. So what I mean by this is, okay, if we want to support our liver, maybe we should look at the livers of other animals that we can eat and consume to help support our liver's natural function. So beef liver is a great place to start. You can look at lamb liver, chicken livers, duck livers. The list goes on, and I think it's important to get an array of different livers in there because they all have different nutrients. So we don't need a ton of liver. Like if we think of a whole animal in the big scheme of things, like the liver is relatively small compared to all the muscle meats and everything from a cow, for example. So we only need it in small doses for it to be really, truly valuable. If you're into cooking with organ meats, like you can mix some liver into your ground beef. You won't even probably taste it in there. You can take raw liver shots. I mean, people do literally the craziest things with beef organs. I prefer to buy an ancestral blend of meat that already has some beef liver and other organ meats mixed in there. I also like to buy the desiccated beef liver supplements and just take those a couple times a week. So it doesn't have to be this crazy thing where we're taking like a ton of these every day, but the more we can incorporate it into our weekly routine, I think the better. And that can truly just transfer directly to our liver's health and function as well. Okay, second thing for liver support and health. So for optimal liver function, we want things like moving really well in there. We want things moving freely. So if there's any sort of stagnation in there, or maybe toxin buildup, or maybe there's some iron accumulation, maybe there's some imbalances because the minerals and the enzymes aren't working optimally, something like that, we can get some stagnation into the liver. The second thing I like to do to support it is utilize castor oil packs. So castor oil packs are great. You literally apply them topically over your liver, and you can wear them, start by wearing them for like just an hour or a short amount of time at first, and then you can obviously increase your time that you're wearing it. So sometimes people like to wear them to bed at night. I just like to wear them around the house for a couple hours and then take them off once I think the work is done and the castor oil is absorbed into my liver. But how this functions is castor oil has a naturally high occurring form of quercetin. You've probably heard of quercetin. I think you can buy it like over the counter, supplements, things like that. I'd never recommend taking things in that form necessarily because they're not typically bioavailable. But castor oil naturally is high in quercetin. What quercetin does is it's a compound that's able to bind to excess toxins, bind to excess hormones, things like that in the liver, and it's able to carry them out into circulation or carry them out through the bile. So that's great. Like if we can support the liver in that way, keep things flowing, awesome. So we've got eating organ meats like beef liver, we've got castor oil packs. Third thing, coffee enemas. So if you're new in the holistic health space, this might seem like a little bit of shock to you to even try doing an enema, but let me tell you, it will give you some great energy. So I definitely recommend starting slow with these, working with a practitioner or talking to someone who has utilized a coffee enema before and get some good information on it so you're fully educated. Also, do the research yourself. Like, you can look all these things up online, you can find research articles, you can find information on all of these things. And there's always going to be both sides of the equation. Just weigh the pros and cons and see what feels best for you. But the way that coffee enemas work is essentially the caffeine in the coffee stimulates the bile ducts in your liver to open up and release excess toxins. So essentially what you're doing is you're getting a good cleanse of the liver and the gallbladder, all of that, and these toxins that may have been stagnant in there are able to cleanse out and be excreted through your bile and through the enema. So that's how that functions at a foundational level. A few of the key effects that I had from doing a coffee enema, the first time was I felt like my brain fog was lifted. I felt like my slight headache that I had had for a few days was lifted, and I had so much more energy. So if you are struggling with some of those things, it might be worth a try. It might be worth looking into yourself. As always, none of this is medical advice. Always consult with your practitioner before you try new things and do your own research. But don't forget to give your liver a little extra love today.